How's it going, everybody? Let me just see if I can. Alright, there's the YouTube chat window. I'm going to leave that on the top of my screen there. So, right now, I got a program called DVD Decryptor open, and I'm also going to open up Windows Media Player and bring that over to this screen that I'm capturing. Because I sold, let me just minimize this. Right here you can see this is region code is mismatched for logical units. The disk I put in this drive was for region 1, but this optical drive that's right on top of my desk here is actually a region 2 drive. That USB drive was locked to region 2, but it still rips disks with no issues. So we got them both open here, and the reason why I got these two programs open is because I got a couple orders here which I want to ensure I'm sending out the quality item to. So generally what I do is I rip test all the discs before I list them to eBay, and I polish them on my JFJ Easy Pro to the best of my abilities. So since I can't remember how long these have been in my locker, I want to make sure everything's still in good condition. We're going to take out the first movie here, which is Garbage Pail Kids, the movie. There's the front of the disc. Here's the back of the disc. Let me just put that up on my phone here. So that's the back of the disc, and there's the front of the disc. What I want to do is I want to put it into my optical drive. I'm sorry this other camera keeps jumping around. It's on a very, what I'm going to call, crappy cell phone stand. Okay, and here you see media group is mismatched for that unit. Again, that's because that particular optical drive is set for region 2, and this is the region 1 disc. But DVD Decryptor doesn't care about any of that. So since I just want to make a rip test of this, and I don't have a lot of hard drive space on my computer, what I'll do is I'll throw it into a folder called DVD Rips, and I go new, and what I like to do is also to keep but when I do these rip tests, that's to ensure that there should be no issues reading the disk. But I like to put the UPC code for that particular disk in my folder title. I'm just going to hit save, and then we're going to tell it to start ripping that disk. So ripping disks takes a very long time, or it can take a very long time, which is why I'm doing it while doing a video, just because I'm just killing time. Oh, by the way, Garbage Pail Kids, for those that are interested, it's sold on eBay for $11.65. The ad fee was 69 cents. The eBay fees were $2.10. And that leaves me with a net of, was it $9.55? Canada Post, just to give an example here, Canada Post wanted $29.69 to ship this DVD with tracking. FedEx Ground wanted $37.73 to ship this item out. This, a DVD, something that weighs less than 200 grams and fits in a size 0 bubble mailer. That is freaking hilarious. So, what I generally do is I ship with Canada Post oversized mail. You might ask, why would I do that? Because let's face it, on a smaller purchase item, nobody wants to spend, $20+. So, what I do is I put the label on the package, and I put some stamps on. And 9 times out of 10, it arrives with 0 issues. Of course, there are times when people will unfortunately misuse the eBay terms of service and claim they never got it, which is small. A shame, especially for like a small independent reseller on eBay who has to, just try and get by during COVID. So at least by showing these videos, hopefully nobody will try to rip me off. Couch Patch, I keep saying Cabbage Patch. Garbage Pail Kids was going to Triumphant Gaming in Ontario. So Triumphant Gaming, thank you very much for your support. I hope you enjoy this movie as much as I have. Obviously you can see here that I am rip testing it, and I do have my JFJ Easy Pro. Let me just go with this here. This is my JFJ Easy Pro, which I use to polish up all the discs. So I got my little cloth there. I got my compound here, and yeah. So your disc was polished to the best of my abilities. Come on. I hate this little cell phone stand. I'm sorry about all the wiggling of the camera. Come on. I've yet to find a... oh, looks like I stopped streaming there. Let me open up Facebook. No mistake, damn it. Alright. Come on. Quite nice. I'm live on YouTube. So I got a lot of stuff on my desk, as you can obviously see. But that second item that I sold was this Doug Stone Greatest Hits Volume 1 CD. And there goes my phone. This desk is hollow, so it's not, yeah, the inside is just a plastic folding table. Nothing fancy. Alright, anyway, the Doug Jones CD, it sold for, where was it here? $10.20. eBay fees was $1.88. So it leaves me with a net of $8.32. Of course, that also includes the cost of shipping for both these items. Canada Post wanted $23.85 to, no, $24.08 for Canada Post to send it with tracking. And FedEx wanted $23.85 to ship an audio CD with tracking. Of course, I'm using Canada Post oversized letter mail just because it's a significantly cheaper option. It just doesn't come with tracking or postal insurance. So essentially, I'm sending these items out at the buyer's own risk. Track shipping options are available at checkout. But unfortunately, this buyer elected to use the untracked method. And that's why I charge the rate I charge, is because, you know, if somebody does claim they ever got it, I'm essentially self-insuring myself. Anyway, so we got the front of the disc there, we got the back of the disc, everything looks good after it's been polished. There I am there behind the phone. So we're just going to put this into the optical drive. And yes, it is an Xbox 360 HD DVD drive. That's the drive I specifically use to rip the majority of my HD DVD movies that I have listed on eBay. Alright, so you can see that Windows... Let me just turn off my speaker here. I don't want to get a Vero because I'm accidentally playing live music or somebody else's music that I don't have a license for. So the CD loaded up in Windows Media Player, and what I'm essentially going to do is I'm just going to hit rip test. And what this is obviously going to do is it's going to assume, yeah, it's still you can still see it. Let me just yeah, I'm just going to move that camera over, and then I'll just move this window over slightly. So this is going to obviously take a while. So what I generally do when I'm rip testing stuff is I'll go back onto my eBay page, I'll check on a few things. But when I was picking these up from my locker, I found a when I go to my locker, I generally will scan a few of the items, make sure they're still listed on eBay. And every time I find one, I do a scan until I stop finding one. But today, for whatever reason, this entire bag got filled with DVDs. It's got everything from like Joyride, we got Zoolander, Zodiac, I Am Sam, Independence Day, Zack and Miri Make a Porno, and a bunch of other DVDs. So I have to rescan all these discs and double check that. Now, I know I had these all listed already, so they should all be good and clean. Because if they were listed before, they were already polished and rip tested. So I'll be taking like the odd one of these ones to retest, and if I see anything that's been neglected, I'm going to make sure I polish it on my JFJ Pro. So let's take a look at Independence Day. That was inside. So this copy has a insert in it. Obviously, it's got the DVD. This DVD looks to be in great shape. I'm sorry about this light here. I'm going to see if I can find a light in my locker that's here. So give me a few minutes and I'll try to do that. And here's the back of the case. We got the front of the case for Independence Day. That looks good. That looks clean. So I'm just going to put it on the side. Actually, while I put that on the side, I want to actually let's go to OBS for a second here, and let's add okay, that's not showing anything. That's just my eBay screen. I'm sorry if you can't really read it. I'm trying to, get all these windows on the screen, and it's kind of filling up fast. So let's just move my window down a wee bit. And let's do that for now. So what I need to do is I just need to go onto my listings page, where I can see I currently have 4,433 items listed to eBay. Now I'm going to just grab my, and of course now I have to get this out of my way so I can actually see OBS. I have so many windows open, it's not even funny. Alright, let's get OBS back open. And we'll just make OBS a little bit smaller on my main screen here. Alright, so if we went to my listings page here, and if I took that Independence Day DVD, and I scan the barcode, we can see it's not listed. But if we went to the top there, and we went to search for that barcode, we can see which ones are actually listed. We see a bunch for $5.99, $6.99, $6.46, and let's go down to sold. And we see some sold for $6.72 from the United States, with $18.96 to actually potentially ship that. We have one for $22.87. Or was it $6.61 plus $22.87 for shipping? See one for $3 with $23.56 to ship. And then there's another pre-owned, which is just a disc only by the looks of it, for $4.92 plus shipping from the States. So we're not seeing much for in the line of Canada only. Okay, so we can see a bunch here for like $5.99, $6.99. But with the other sellers, who knows if they actually take the time and effort. I at least inspect the disc. I do rip tests, as you can see here. I'm still waiting for that one DVD to finish ripping, so I know it's good to be shipped out. And I got my JFJ Pro, which you saw earlier, so I can polish the discs to my best of my ability. So I like to try to, when I do sell and do price a lot of my DVDs and video games, it's also accounting for, the time and effort to actually do a proper test on the media you're buying. Helps pay for the shipping of the item. Cause like whenever possible, like I always take the discs out of the holder. So like very rarely will I ship a DVD like that. I try to never ship a DVD inside of its case. And the reason why I don't like to ship it that way is because it's very possible that the disc could get knocked out of the case and start swooshing around. Sorry I keep hitting that camera. Swooshing around during shipping. So whenever I have them available, I always put the disc inside of a little protective sleeve. It could be something like that. Could be a paper version of the same thing. And that's just to help add a little extra to the care of actually shipping out a disc. Because nobody wants to get their disc all scratched up, especially when they buy it from a seller that showed pictures of it, like in great condition, not a scratch on it type thing, and that it's actually been rip tested. Like I want to be able to show that, yes, I take the time to rip test all the discs, as well as to, polish them to the best of my ability. Let me just get that light fixed here. I'm just going to use this little ring light with a small little tripod type thing on it. This little LED light is kind of good because it's just USB powered. I can just turn it on with a little switch. I can change the color slightly and all that fun stuff. Alright, so yeah, like I said, this is going to be a bit of a long stream, bit of a boring stream. But dude, thank you for sticking around. Alright, so here we can see that I finished ripping that Doug Stone CD. So we are going to eject it from the drive. So we got it from the drive. You can see that the disc looks great. Let me get this other camera here. And we got the case, which looks good. Alright, so I just need to get one of those little protective sleeves. And put the disc in there. We'll then just put the disc into the case, and we'll just close it up. With CDs, what I like to do, or at least with these plastic cases, what I like to do, which does add a little bit to the actual cost of shipping as well as the time it takes to actually ship it. But what I do is, where did they go? What you can do to better ensure safe arrival is to grab some small pieces of cardboard, like got 2 sheets here. Find the size of the disc. Grab your scissors. And just cut the small pieces of cardboard down to size. Right, that is showing somebody else's eBay listing. So once you get the pieces cut to size, what I generally would do is then take an elastic band. There's an elastic band. And I'll put a elastic band around like that, and if I have another one, take an elastic band and put it around those 2 sides so that we have this Doug Jones CD should always be within this this square during shipping. And since it is starting to become the closer to Christmas, what I do tend to do is I will take like a card, write a note with the links to my social media pages, and I'll put that in with the package. So we're just going to take that CD, we'll put it in like that. Put that in the garbage in a minute. Alright, now we got this package ready to go. So that was for the Doug Stone CD. Do I have any more of my... Alright, so I don't have any more of those, so I'm going to open up my URL here. I want to go to page setup, landscape. I just want to print 2 of those. And that just gets printed from my Dymo, not Dymo, but it's a Zebra GX420D printer. Thermal printer. And generally what I do with these is just my URLs. I'll put them on the back of the package to try to make sure that that seal stays sealed, as well as it's a small thing. It's not perfect, but you know, it's almost like a tamper-proof, so you can see if somebody's opened up the package by seeing if that label's been damaged. So anyway, I just have to put the person's shipping label on here, get the weight, which I use my trusty Dymo scale. So let me just move my keyboard out of the way. Alright, we want to tear the thing, make sure it's not sitting on anything. We got a total weight of settling on 130 grams, so that's under 200 grams. So I have to go get some stamps to put onto the label that I printed out already. Obviously I'm going to do that off camera because I don't want to be blasting the buyer's personal information. But this audio CD was going to, forgive me if I pronounce this wrong, Aubrey, I believe that's the correct spelling. So again, this will be put a label on here for the buyer's information. Like this is an example of a label I have. I was wanting to try to cover up the buyer's information with my hand. But it says like, you know, thank you for your support. Again, it lists my URLs as well as saying please do not bannerfold this package. I would be pretty much doing a very similar job to the DVD, which we're going to see here momentarily, because we'd see DVD decryptor was able to rip this disc with no issues. So we're going to close that window. I'm going to move that window open so you can see like DVD decryptor down below it, you know, no errors or anything like that. So we can close down. Actually, we're going to leave this open for now, but we are going to eject. Let me just move this camera. This thing is not perfect. It's driving me nuts. This whole stand, I need to find something better and more stable. So we're going to take out that Garbage Pails Kid CD, and we're going to put it in, again into one of those little sleeves. So let me just put that down there for now. Before we do that, let's, you know, here's the Garbage Pails CD. It looks brand new almost. The top, it does have a rental store sticker on the middle there. So as you can see, there is a rental store sticker there, which you can see in the photos on the listing. You know, this thing looks pretty good, like very minor scratches. It did rip with no issues. And it was polished originally on my GFJZ Pro, so I'm just going to be very confident that this will work with in the buyer's machine. So I'm going to take the disc in the little sleeve there. And what I'm going to do is grab that just going to grab the thank you card that I'm sending with this. Again, it just says something like thank you for your support with the URLs there. I'm going to put that right in there, and I want to take this. Actually, what I need to do is I actually need to cut these cards down to size a little bit. But I can do that later. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that in there. We'll see how this is when it's not. Alright, so we got the thank you note, we got the disc in here. It's a little bit bulged from that card, but we can fix that. There we go. And obviously what I'll need to do is I'll need to grab a sheet of cardboard. Now in this case, since it is a disc in a plastic case, I'm going to literally just take the sheet of cardboard and I'm literally just I'm not sure how much of this you can actually see, but I'm literally just slipping it into the in the top there. So just the top has like just pieces of cardboard just on the top there inside, just to try to keep it in as best condition as I can. So, if there, ever happen to be a time where something like would have like a corner of another box would drop and hit this thing, hopefully it doesn't damage the disc inside. Cases are very easily replaced. The discs, on the other hand, are a little harder to replace. So we're going to take this, put it in here. Seal that up. And of course, where did I put it? Whenever I want to use this dang thing, it's never where I remember last leaving it. Oh, there it is. So for those two packages, since I don't want to be paying, was it for that Doug Jones CD? Canada Post wanted $24.08 to ship it, and the Cabbage Patch dolls are. I keep saying Cabbage Patch. The Garbage Pails movie DVD. Canada Post wanted $29.69 to ship. FedEx wanted $37.75 to ship. Obviously, when you sell an item for that you actually net like under $10, nobody's going to really want to pay like $20+ to ship a package with either Canada Post or FedEx. Unfortunately, that's the sad thing with shipping in Canada. Is it costs, or shipping anywhere in Canada or shipping from Canada, costs a lot of money, and which is why letter mail is a very valid and trustworthy way to ship an item. You are going to get the occasional bad apples which misuse the eBay terms of service, but the majority of the people are understanding that like they're paying for untracked, uninsured shipping. But not everybody's that's understanding or that way. Like when you have the track shipping options available at checkout, and the buyer chooses the free or like wire mail shipping option or economy shipping options, they should be accountable for their choice. Alright, sorry about that. So what I want to do now is just to make sure that these items can both be shipped as oversized mail. So we got our Canada Post sizing template here. We're going to take the Cabbage Patch Dolls CD or DVD, and that fits through there with no issues. And that audio CD, now we should put right over here. So this is the audio CD. That also fits through there. So now I can print off the labels now before I get these two packages mixed up. And then just put them away so I don't accidentally show them on camera. Alright, so we got Triumphant Tripert Gaming, I'm sorry, or Triumphant Gaming, I'm sorry, I can't figure out how to pronounce your name. In Ontario, I got your Cabbage Patch DVD all packed up right here. This is the package you're going to get in the mail. So I'm going to put that aside. And the other disc, or yeah, the other CD, which was that Doug one. Now I know I have that shipping label. That wasn't it. I wrote. Sorry, I hit that thing again. All right, and Aubrey, forgive me for pronouncing your name wrong if I did. We got your audio CD, the greatest hits, right here. We're going to you. As you saw here, I did a full rip test to make sure there should be no issues. You know, I do have a. You saw the disc; it looked fantastic. Case looked great. You saw how I'm packing it. Your support, both of your support, is greatly appreciated. Thank you very much for your help. I am going to end this stream for now because I want to start going through this that giant bag of DVDs that I found in my locker, which weren't listed at eBay. So I want to start going through all those. I'm going to drop your 2 packages off in the mailbox now, so that they actually ship out today. Canada Post will be picking up from that bin in roughly half an hour, so I want to make sure I get those in the box before I miss it, and they won't be picked up till tomorrow. So hopefully I can get them out today so they start their voyage today. Thanks again very much for your support, you guys. It's greatly appreciated. Alright, now let me stop streaming here. Anyway, thanks again. I'm going to start listing some more DVDs. As I list things to eBay right now, what I've been doing is I've been sharing a link to that item on my my Facebook page, Canadian Brick Cafe, link in the description below. Both the audio CDs that were shown in this video, links to their listing, can actually be seen for a little while anyway. I obviously want to get rid of any listings I no longer have out of my store, but for now you can see the 2 links, the pictures and the scans that I use for that listing, the listing description, and so forth. Anyway, thanks you very much for your time. All the best. If you got any questions, feel free to put them in the comment section down